So for example, if we said, what about Surah Al-Anbiya? It's talking about the message of the prophets and the messengers. And when we talk about Surah Al-Mu'minun, the surah that we are talking about nowadays, we talk about the features, the description of the believers. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, of course, as we mentioned, this surah is Makki, right? Is Meccan surah. So means revealed before the hijrah of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And Allah started this surah by giving a final decision. That is the decision from Allah the Creator. And you know what? Sometimes when you see what Allah had mentioned in the Quran in some verses, and we said Allah is confirming and emphasizing a certain meaning. One of these things, this surah, Allah said, surely, definitely, verily, the believers had attained success. قَدْ أَفْلَحَ الْمُؤْمِنُونَ. Then, and I just wanted you to compare between two words, aflaha and khusr. Where Allah had mentioned the khusr? Surah what? Surah Al-Asr. Wal-Asr, inna al-insana. Right? What's the meaning of khusr? Loss. So you have success and you have loss. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us in these two surahs who got the success and who got the real loss in the dunya and in the hereafter. So in this surah, Allah is concentrating on the concept of success. You want to get success? Be one of those, or at least get some of these features, or at least have like get some of the features, the attributes that will make you amongst the believers. What was the first one that we covered last time? Khushu' in salah. Those who can or have a contemplation in their salah. And we talked about why Allah had mentioned that as the first one, because your salah, that's the criteria, that's the measurement. On the day of judgment, when they ask about your salah, when Allah is asking you about your salah, and we have the hadith, فَإِن صَلُحَتْ صَلُحَ سَائِرُ عَمَلٍ. If the salah was good, the rest of all his affairs on the day of judgment will be good. And if salah had something, that means he will be in trouble. He will be in trouble. So the first one, those who have contemplation in their salah. And what is number two? This is what we will talk about tonight, inshallah. Allah said, and those who will stay away from al-laghw, those who will avoid laghw. And I intentionally mentioned the Arabic term before giving you the translation, because I wanted you to be aware of that term, laghw. Can you say laghw, brother? Laghw, exactly, mashallah, Allahu Akbar. So Muhammad, can you say laghw? Laghw, mashallah. So what is laghw? What is laghw? Al-laghw is the false, the evil, the bad speech. So every bad word, every false speech, every wrong statement, you call it laghw. Every statement has no purpose, has no benefit, you call it laghw. Laghw, even the things that you consider it sometimes like which has no benefit to anybody, someone is just wasting his time and he's talking. And that takes me to the concept of speech in Islam. You remember the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam when he said, "Man kana yu'minu billah wal yawmil akhir," whoever believes in Allah and the day of judgment, let him talk with goodness or not talk. Keep silent. That is the concept. in Islam. So in Islam, we control our tongues. I believe that you have met lots of those people in your life. People, they are talking about things that does not benefit anyone. They are literally wasting their time. They are gossiping. They are like cursing, insulting, saying bad words. And the concept here that those people, the Muslims should avoid sitting with them, should avoid talking with them, because actually that is laghu, and the laghu has lots of harm symptoms. For example, if you stayed with somebody who is cursing, so what is going to happen? At least, you will not have the angels on that place. And what is the reaction when Rasulullah ﷺ did? He found out that there is no angels. He left. He didn't stay. Because he said, now the shayateen is here and the angels had left, I'm going. I cannot stay. And that is Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. So that is at least, you know, the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, Allahu Akbar. That's enjoyable. That's something you feel goodness when you read the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. He gave a comparison between the good friend and the bad friend. He said the good friend is like, you know, misk. Who knows the misk? The scent of misk. You know misk, right? Okay. He said the good friend is like the carrier of the misk. So whether you will do what? You will have three things. Whether you will buy some of his misk, or he will gift you something if you do not have money, or at least while you are sitting with him, you smell good. You will smell good things, right? Good scent. And he said the other person is the one who is working with the fire. And that person, whether he will burn your clothes and you will smell something bad and he will bring problem to you. You will have bad environment while you are sitting. You have some sisters might be like sitting and all what they are talking about, criticizing, just criticizing. You know, this sister, when she came to the wedding, she wasn't dressed well. And you know what, I remember her daughter came to the Eid Salah with the same dress. And she now came to the wedding with the same dress. Do you think they are so cheap to that point? They do not have money to spend on the daughter. They are so stingy. You know what? That like, you have lots of these comments. Get that car. Oh wow, maybe they got some money. Wow, that's expensive. And subhanallah, after 2 days, the man gets accident. And you find lots of these like gatherings like this. People just watching the faults of others. Like one of the beautiful, you know, I like poem, and one of the beautiful poem that you might find for Imam Shafi'i, rahimahullah, he said, I will say it in Arabic, then I will translate it. He said, إذا شئت أن تحيا سليما من الأذى وحظك موفور وعرضك صين لسانك لا تذكر به عورة امرئ فكلك عورات وللناس ألسن وعينك إن أبدت إليك مساوئا فصنها وقل يا عين للناس أعين وعاشر بمعروف وسامح من اعتدى وفارق ولكن بالتي هي أحسن. So he said, if you want to have a blessed life and life which is away from any harmness or any problem, you have to be aware. Do not look at the faults of people and do not think that other people are blind. They cannot see your faults. If you are looking for one fault in one person and you will saw yourself, you will discover like you have 100. And if one time your eyes had exposed the faults of somebody, call your eyes and say, oh my eyes, you know what? Other people have eyes too, and they can see my faults. That's the reality. So Allah said one of the characteristics, one of the attributes of the believers, the true believers, because just wanted, I don't know if Brother Muhammad may pass this question or not, but maybe Brother Abdul Basit do. So what do you think? Ask you or Brother Abdul Basit? Ask him, because you know that he will not answer, right? Okay, mashallah. You love goodness for your brother. Mashallah. Okay. Okay. We said, Allah mentioned in this surah, قَدْ أَفْلَحَ الْمُؤْمِنُونَ. And Allah used the noun al-mu'minun, and He did not say, surely الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا had attained success. He didn't say الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا, those who believed. He said the true believers had attained success. Why Allah said mu'minun and He did not say الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا? Silence. Yes, sir. Allahu Akbar. See, like Imam Ahmad is talking, mashallah. Next time you will be here. Allahu Akbar. Even using the same expressions. Allahu Akbar. Yes. Exactly. Allahu Akbar. The levels. Yes, exactly. If Allah said, قَدْ أَفْلَحَ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا, means they have ups and downs in their iman. Today is mu'mineen. Tomorrow they are not. On the night of Laylatul Qadr, mashallah, mu'mineen on the first straw, crying behind the imam. And on the day of Eid, oh, mashallah, he's different. And mashallah, on time of Ramadan, he has a little beard, mashallah. When you talk, brother, do you have a little beard, mashallah? I tell you, this is sunnah. And we have to stick with the sunnah of Rasulullah. On the day of Eid, he comes to you, mashallah, nothing. Brother, where's the sunnah gone? You know, Imam, this is ups and downs. Yeah, decrease and increase. This is alladhina amanu. But when Allah said al-mu'minun, He used the noun, and that means their iman is stable for a good time, for a good amount of time. They reach to iman. Like when I tell you, are you a mu'min? You will say, inshallah, imam. Inshallah, I believe that I'm mu'min. Okay. Do you think that your iman like iman Abu Bakr? Like your level of iman, like the level of iman of Sayyidina Abu Bakr? Of course not. So within iman itself, we have levels. So Allah is talking here about certain level that they reach to a certain stability in their iman. So one of their features, they turn away. They avoid al-laghu. They avoid al-laghu. You might have a person, but sometimes you feel embarrassed. Sometimes you are sitting with people and they have laghu. And you do not know what to do. If you withdraw, if you left, that would be shameful, that would be bad. Especially, when you sit with the jama'ah in the masjid, maybe you would have an excuse to leave. But look at the family members. Look at your parents, your auntie, your family, and you are eating with them. And they started to have this conversation about nothing. Because before I tell you what to do, the concept of Muslim, even if I have a little bit of time, I should fill it with what? with dhikr, with dhikr of Allah. Like you have 10 minutes, you do nothing. Fill it with dhikr of Allah. You take it because our concept for life, that our life is very short, and I have to go to the hereafter fully prepared, fully armed, fully equipped with the good hasanat that will take me to to Jannah and to Al-Firdaus al-A'la. That's our concept to this time. We do not have in Islam, we do not have that concept, wasting my time, killing my time. No, we do not. We do not have that concept. If you have like free time, time that you do not do anything in it, fill it with dhikr of Allah. So if it happened, my advice, the first reaction that you do not comment on them that you do laghu, astaghfirullah. It's a sign that you are not believers. That's not da'wah. That's not da'wah. Try to draft the conversation in a very smart way to the way of Allah. They are talking about, the prices are going so, like, you know what? And now it's going crazy. And somebody started to utter bad words, like cursing and say bad words. You say, but you know what? I have other opinion. I had heard the hadith from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that whatever you will struggle in this dunya, the first minute that you will enter to Jannah, you will forget all about that. You know what? So, what happened? Now you are changing the direction to another, and they will pay attention. Do not wait. Do not say, oh, okay, I will keep quiet, because they will go back. No, take them a little bit deeper in the water. Try to drag them. And you know what? The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us, because the Jannah itself, it has something like makes you like speechless. You cannot describe Jannah. It's something, you know what? Was prepared by Allah. By Allah. And you can take them to another direction. Like, here's how you can come out from this one. And you might have another person try to take you back to the original conversation. Like, if you have 5, 6 people, and alhamdulillah, you grab the attention of 4, now you have other 2 people are doing troubles. Try to direct yourself, your physical side, to them. Focus on those, to take them away from that laghu. And then you will be able to take the whole conversation to the direction of Allah, the reminder. That's one of the ways. And if you failed, for example, but I can tell you that works 100%. Alhamdulillah, most of the time. And if that failed, I want you to remind them gently of that word, al-laghu. And you need to pay attention to what we are talking about. One of the ways that we have our Professor Dr. Muhammad used to do, he used to take us to the dunya. You know, when we talk about dunya, we have 2 sections. Halal section and haram section, right? So they are talking about dunya, about haram section. So he used to take them not to deen, not to da'wah. He used to drag them first to dunya, to the halal section. Like he used to get some cookies, give them some candy, talk with them about halal. You know what? James Webb and the telescope and the amazing pictures that they are sending daily. And look at the color, look at the quality of their pictures. Look at that. And then move from that point to the greatness of the creation of Allah. See? That is how to avoid and to turn away from the laghu. if were to happen that you failed in all of that, it is better to you to leave. Because Allah said, if you were to talk with them about certain things that you might be like them, you will be punished like them. Like gently, nicely, Assalamu alaikum, I cannot stay while somebody is cursing because I want to keep my religion safe. And that's it. Or without even commenting, leave. Leave for with any other excuse. No problem. But Allah said, if you truly a believer, avoid laghu. Do not stay. Because it's a waste of time. And number two, it's a wide gate for shaitan. How shaitan comes to your life? Through these things. One of them, the laghu. And sometimes, you know, one of the bad customs that we have, like those people who came from Arab land, like from Egypt, from Palestine, from Jordan. You know, one of the bad habits that we have, do you know what is it? About laghu? Ayman, the oath. Wallahi. About that became a habit. That we say wallahi. Allah said, stay away from laghu in yameen. لا يؤاخذكم الله باللغو في أيمانكم ولكن يؤاخذكم بما عقدتم ولكن يؤاخذكم بما كسبت قلوبكم. In another ayah, بما عقدتم الأيمان. Allah will not ask you about this too much wallahi, but Allah will ask you about what your intention had already decided. But Allah called it laghu. Laghu, still it is laghu. Like, brother, I want you to come and drink some chai that brother Abdul Basit brought. No, I can't. Wallahi, you have to come. You know, if you were to be invited in any of the brothers who came from those countries, and if you did not eat, he would like pushing you to eat. Wallahi, you have to eat. Allah, you have to eat. Pushing you. Wallahi, I know people, and they do like they swear by divorcing. Wallahi, like by divorcing. He said, you know, he's inviting his friend for food, and his wife inside, miskina, subhanallah, she's miskina. And he said, if you did not eat, I will divorce my wife inside. What's it that she make? What's her problem? She's inside ironing, washing, the miskina. And because you and your friend, he did not eat, يا أخي ما عنه مكل, subhanallah. يعني الله لا يجعله ياكل, مش الشرط. Yeah, that's the problem. They swear by divorce for food. That's laghu. That's laghu. May Allah guide us to avoid these things. Allahumma ameen. Ya Rabbil Alameen. Jazakum Allah khairan. Barakallahu feekum. Inshallah, tomorrow we will talk about the third attribute. وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ لِلزَّكَاةِ فَاعِلُونَ. And those, I will give you just one question. Maybe Brother Muhammad will prepare it. Those who will work for zakah. Imam, we give zakah. We do not work for zakah. But Allah used fa'ilun, action. Work for zakah. Why? Why Allah used the expression work for zakah? And when we understand, we give zakah. We do not work for zakah. Huh? That is so important. So inshallah tomorrow we will answer this point. جزاكم الله خيرا. بارك الله فيكم. بارك الله لي ولكم في القرآن العظيم ونفعني وإياكم بما فيه من آيات والذكر الحكيم وصلى اللهم وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.